Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
Okay, y'all. I'm still buzzing from this, part relief, part utter disbelief at the audacity. After years of biting my tongue, of Vaughn having to mediate, of me just trying to keep the peace, it finally happened. Vaughn, dear husband, sent his parents a text laying down some very firm boundaries after the complete mess that was our son Max's 4th birthday party last weekend. And when my mother-in-law, Vera Rollins, responded with her usual martyr act, I finally let loose. Here's Vaughn's text. Vaughn, Mom, Dad, we need some space. The comments at Max's party about Trina's parenting, the way you spoke to her about her career choices, and the unnecessary drama you created when she asked you to respect our house rules regarding screen time, it was all unacceptable. We're not comfortable having phone calls right now. If there's something you feel you need to communicate, it needs to be via text. For the time being, we need a complete break from personal visits and direct contact. This isn't sudden. It's the accumulation of years of disrespect, undermining Trina, and consistently trying to insert yourselves into our marriage. Our family, Trina, Max, and me, is our priority. We need to protect our peace, and right now, that means this boundary is necessary. There's been no real accountability in past discussions, just deflection. This needs to change if we are to have any relationship in the future. Father-in-law, Thaddeus Rollins, replied first. Thaddeus, Vaughn, son, we're heartbroken to hear this. We never meant to cause any trouble. We admit we've made mistakes, we're not perfect. But Trina has always seemed so distant, so unwelcoming to us. We've tried to be loving grandparents, but our feelings often get hurt. We just want to be part of your lives. This feels like a huge misunderstanding. We apologize if we've ever upset you or Trina, but we only ever have good intentions. We hope you'll talk to us properly so we can sort this out. We love you all, Mom and Dad. Then came Vera's classic response. Vera, my love for you and Max will never waver. I'm truly at a loss as to what disrespect you're referring to, Vaughn. I've always tried my best to support you both. When you're ready to see things clearly, we'll be here. My heart is shattered, but this is my truth. And that was it. That my truth line, the complete denial of any wrongdoing after everything she's done. I finally just typed and sent. No filter, no second guessing. After years of this, I felt 1,000 pounds lighter, even if I know it's just words to her. Me, Trina, at a loss as to what disrespect. Vera, let's start with openly telling Vaughn before our wedding that I wasn't good enough for him, or suggesting he explore his options with other women. How about when you told me I was ruining his career potential by encouraging him to take that lateral move he wanted, rather than the promotion you thought he should take, or constantly criticizing my post-grad degree as a waste of time because it wasn't in a practical field like accounting? That's not a misunderstanding, it's deliberate undermining. And unwelcoming. Is that what you call the constant digs about my weight after Max's birth? Or the time you told me I was spoiling Max by breastfeeding on demand, right in front of my own mother? Or how about suggesting to all our relatives that Max wasn't hitting his milestones fast enough, and that my alternative parenting was to blame? You've spent years trying to drive a wedge between Vaughn and me, playing the victim when we set boundaries, throwing tantrums when you didn't get your way. You've called Vaughn behind my back to complain about me, not realizing he'd put you on speaker. You've actively tried to paint me as an inadequate partner, mother, and person to anyone who would listen. You expect me to just forget all of that, just sweep it under the rug, because it suits your narrative of being the loving matriarch. You stole so much joy from my early motherhood with your constant interference and criticism, and then you have the nerve to act bewildered. This isn't a misunderstanding, Thaddeus. This is a pattern of emotional manipulation and abuse. You know exactly what you've done and said to get us to this point. Your martyr act is tired, Vera. We need accountability, not empty apologies and continued denial. After that, Vera just liked the message. Of course. Then Thaddeus doubled down. Thaddeus, Trina, I still believe there's a huge misunderstanding here. Vera always encouraged Vaughn when he had doubts about your relationship in the early days. She always told him to follow his heart. We just want to enjoy our grandson. Hiding behind texts isn't how families heal. We need a respectful conversation where everyone's feelings are heard. I'm sure mistakes were made on both sides. We are both heartbroken. Me, Trina. Thaddeus, I don't expect you to suddenly understand or take accountability because that would mean acknowledging the years of disrespect. Hiding behind texts is precisely how we protect ourselves from being screamed at, or having our words twisted, or being gaslit into oblivion. I've said what needed to be said. You know where we stand. And your continued insistence on a misunderstanding only proves my point. Vera, be well. I need peace. Do what you feel is best. I will not continue to intrude on your family. And there it is, the final victim statement. I'm so drained, but so incredibly relieved to have finally said my piece. Is this even going to sink in? Probably not, but I said it. And that feels like something. The community offered support, with readers universally supporting Trina's decision to finally speak her truth and Vaughn's initiation of no contact. Advice centered on maintaining firm boundaries, prioritizing their nuclear family's peace, and recognizing that accountability may never come from Vera. Many emphasized that Trina's emotional release was valid, regardless of the in-law's reaction, and encouraged her to continue protecting herself and her family. User Peacekeeper No More said, Trina, you are an absolute queen for finally unleashing on Vera. Every single thing you said was justified. The my truth and misunderstanding lines are just classic abuser tactics to avoid accountability. You're right, they'll probably never get it, but the weight off your shoulders is real. Protect that peace. You and Vaughn are doing exactly the right thing for Max. User Gaslit Gal said, oh my God, I need peace, I will not intrude. The audacity. That's the go-to line for my own mother-in-law after she's thrown a tantrum and realizes she's lost control. It's a manipulative attempt to make you feel guilty. Do not fall for it. You were eloquent and firm. Hold that line, Trina. You've set the precedent now, sending you all the strength.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.